The Iowa High School Sports Network will continue to provide viewers the highest quality production of championship events across the state. Whether you watch on your smart device, computer, or television screen, the IHSSN is your exclusive source for championship coverage. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast and look forward to bringing you more exciting action throughout the year.
The pitch, here's a ground ball to third, the throw over to first, and it's a three-peat for the Van Meter Bulldogs.
It's a state championship, the second one.
Your Class A state champions, Iowa City Regina.
And the Waukee Warriors have won their first ever championship. And they're just gonna run it out, and for the first time in 18 years, the Pelotons are champs. Your 2021 Class 2A champions, the Wolfpack of Western Christian. Got to run a play. They get it in, and it is off the mark. And Montezuma, for the first time in 31 years, has won the state championship.
We all love a good win. However small or ordinary, losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
Gotta rise, you gotta get up, you gotta push yourself just a little bit further when you think you've done enough. It's time to shine, oh, it's time to fly high. Coming down the tracks, ain't looking back, oh, it's time to rise and shine.
And welcome to the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Basketball Championships on the Hy-Vee Championship Network, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We have reached day one here at State, and we've got an exciting Class 1A quarterfinal matchup coming your way as the Dunkerton Raiders go head-to-head with the West Harrison Hawkeyes. And hello, basketball fans. Delighted to have you with us here on this Monday afternoon from downtown Des Moines at Wells Fargo Arena. That is Jeff Pearson. I'm Hunter Phillips. And Jeff, we're one game into State already. Saw exciting action, but these are two red-hot teams coming in. Only one loss apiece between the two.
Yeah, and a couple of very experienced senior teams. Dunkerton's first time they've been here in a while. West Harrison came here last year, and it showed in the first quarter of their game. But both bring an experienced lineup, high octane. They're going to run a lot. This ought to be a lot of fun today.
It's going to be fun to watch here in Des Moines. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll have tip-off for you next here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Kids eat free at all Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee locations. Get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, and chicken fingers, while adults can enjoy burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee stores and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day. Only at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Hi, I'm Brent Johnson, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Tom Keating, Executive Director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. We'd like to welcome you to the Boys State Basketball Tournament.
As proud title sponsor of this event, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is committed to your success, and with their help, we celebrate and support Iowa's youth on the court and in the classroom through awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. And whether you're competing here today or you're a fan in the stands, we all play an important role in making our state great. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa High School Athletic Association, congratulations and good luck in the tournament.
Class 1A quarterfinal action here at Wells Fargo Arena here in Des Moines. It is West Harrison and Dunkerton getting ready to square off here at the Well. Now let's take a look at our Shields starting lineups right there with you with 4 Iowa locations. And so when you look at West Harrison, a team that averages around 70.5 points per game, but like you talked about, Jeff, a senior-laden team, especially in the starting 5. 4 out of their 5 starters are seniors, and 3 players average double figures in scoring. And there for Dunkerton, they're in the all-red, one of the top scoring teams in Class 1A, 3rd in 1A in scoring at 80.7 points per game. And obviously Preston Gillespie can certainly light it up, as with Casey Gardner, both playing very well there to lead their team here to the state tournament.
Yeah, we've got a couple of really key players to watch. The one you just talked about, Preston Gillespie, who is the 5th leading scorer in all of Iowa high school basketball. He's the career scoring leader at Dunkerton. And then on the other side, Shea-Evans, number 34 for West Harrison. He is 2nd in school history in points, but leads West Harrison all-time in rebounding, assists, steals. And these two teams will want to get up and down today.
Separated by 252 miles, they meet on the hardwood here for a chance to make it to the semifinals in 8 seconds into the ball game. It's West Harrison that strikes first.
Yeah, that is Koleson Evans, not related to Sage, 6'6", senior.
Averages 16.5 points per game and also 9.3 rebounds per contest. That is tops on the team. 3 off the mark, far side from Gardner. And now the Hawkeyes in their white uniforms back with the basketball.
You see Dunkerton man-to-man defensively. They'll switch a lot of their screens. Look for a few traps from them from time to time.
Oh, and a 3 there by Walker Wright. Gets it up 5-0, and you know, this is a West Harrison team that had a little bitter taste in their mouth after coming up short against Remsen St. Mary's last year. It was the opening quarter where things just kind of got out of hand. But it's been kind of a revenge tour of sorts for the Hawkeyes as the Raiders get their first points on the afternoon.
Yeah, and for West Harrison last year, it was their first time they had been to state ever. And just got caught up a lot in the atmosphere here. We've got a jump ball. It'll go to Dunkerton on the alternate possession. But head coach Roddy Evans feels like they've changed things around a little bit. That's Todd Kuntz, the head guy at Dunkerton.
in his 15th season with the Raiders. First appearance here at the state tournament since 2014. A proud basketball tradition, the town of Dunkerton. Driving in is Gardner, looking to give it up to the corner. Jaden Downs was the nearest Raider in the vicinity, but the Hawkeyes forced a turnover.
Yeah, so far, both teams just trying to figure things out. That was Rowdy Evans in his 6th year at West Harrison. 85 lifetime wins for him.
He said it's been the team's mission all year to get back here to state.
Yeah, last year they were just happy to be here, and that is what Sage Evans, his boy, does so well. Offensive rebounds. He leads all of Iowa high school basketball in offensive rebounds per game. He got 2 off of that.
By West Harrison off to a strong start on both ends of the floor, up by 5. 5.5 to play here in our opening quarter. And we're going to get a travel there on the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, you can see that West Harrison looking to run every opportunity they get.
West Harrison out of the Rolling Valley Conference. Dunkerton, the Iowa Star North Conference. Both teams with great records coming in as the shot is splashed down by Gardner.
Gardner, he's been starting since his freshman year. He and Gillespie, the 2 big cogs in this Raider offense.
Shoots 44% from the field. Giving it up to the corner. 3. Doesn't go. But they're on that weak side rebound foul. Will go against West Harrison, and that will take us to our first break here on the afternoon. West Harrison with the early lead here as we're just getting going on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
At Mid-American Energy, we help you save energy and money at home.
And the office with our programs and rebate offers.
But you can start saving today with these low and no-cost tips.
Program your thermostat to keep an energy savings schedule.
Or use a smart thermostat to save energy for you.
Install LED lighting wherever you can.
Lower the temperature on your water heater.
And change furnace filters regularly.
Find more ways to save on our website.
Some innovation starts here. The truth is, our innovation starts here. From your fields to our labs and back to your fields. Our innovation starts by listening to our customers. See how at channellistens.com.
West Harrison with the early lead over Dunkerton. You see the student section on hand for the Raiders. Making a back here for the first time in 9 seasons. A team that, in a city that loves its Raiders, come out in full force here as they work out of the timeout. Drawing a foul there, down low. Was Preston Gillespie, and boy, Jeff, he is a guy who puts up tremendous numbers.
Yeah, he led all of Class 1A in scoring last year. Good pump fake that time to get the defender airborne and go to the free throw line for 2.
Gillespie hitting the first on the season, a 74% free throw shooter. Second one is up. That rattles in and out. There for the board is Koleson Evans.
See Dunkerton trying to put some pressure there. They're switching the screen, so you got Gillespie now on the point guard.
Coming in from the mid-post, nice touch. Using that one off the glass for Walker Wright.
Wright's headed to Morningside to play football.
There are a number of players on this squad that are going to be taking their talents to the collegiate level for a multitude of sports. His shot doesn't go, and West Harrison will be back with it. Alton Weepy, who had a big go-ahead three there down the stretch in that sub-state victory over Newman Catholic, comes into the game.
Noah Fueling also came in. He's one of those guys that Coach Kuntz says we go as he goes. That's pretty big words for somebody that's coming off the bench.
First three there for Gardner for Evans doesn't reach the iron. It's West Harrison 9, Dunkerton 4.
And Dunkerton's just trying to get into some sort of an offensive rhythm, it looks like.
Gillespie was looking to back it out, but it was batted away by the Hawkeyes. You usually see that first quarter, that's where you get to see a team for the first time, and obviously these two programs from opposite sides of the state, just kind of that process where you see what they're going to throw at you defensively as Gillespie posts in. Good defense down low by Evans. That's going to be one of the key battles to watch throughout the course of the day.
Yeah, Evans at 6'6" is just going to be a tough matchup for Dunkerton.
Rife done a good job getting the team going here early, but a nice rebound and put back there for Koleson Evans.
Evans just found the weak side, and explosive move that time by Gardner of Dunkerton.
Well, back and forth we go here as we have 3 to play here in the opening quarter. Wonder if this game will go on to face the top seed, undefeated Grandview Christian. Had their hands full with New London. What a dish by Evans.
2 Evans. Yeah, Sage to Koleson. Again, Sage at the power or the forward position, their career leader in assists. You see why.
Boy, just great basketball IQ and vision there on that play as the Hawkeyes race the other way after a one-and-done possession. Evans puts up the 3 and knocks it down.
Well, airball the other one, didn't hesitate on that one. Now Dunkerton head coach Todd Kuntz, they need to talk about it. So if you're Dunkerton, yeah, he airballed that three-pointer a moment ago, so yeah, we'll let you have it. All right, see how we think about that from here on out.
Senior not lacking confidence and shooting an excellent 47% from beyond the arc this season. That his 54th made 3. Quickly, the Hawkeyes up by 10 here as Todd Kuntz, knowing that you don't want things to get out of the hand in a hurry.
Yeah, Dunkerton's just got to get into some sort of an offensive flow. That's been the tough thing for them, is just to get into any kind of a rhythm.
Bringing it up the floor is Casey Gardner. 5'10" senior, is one of 3 seniors that are in the starting 5 for the Raiders. Dangerous pass along the baseline is picked off.
Yeah, Rife was just standing right there. Saw that one coming.
Second turnover they have forced. And a 3 banks home for the Hawkeyes.
Well, Mason King, the school's career leader in threes. So you'll give him that one when he banks it in.
3 threes here in the first quarter for the Hawkeyes. Offensive rebound, fadeaway putback. Doesn't go, but Evans, boy, what a start to the ball game he's had.
Yeah, West Harrison just crashing the offensive boards, getting second and third chance opportunities. And now Koleson Evans just picked up foul number 2.
So a bit of an early development there for West Harrison. So while we have a break in the action, free streaming of the Iowa High School State Basketball Championships on IHSSN.com is powered by Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To learn more, go to midamericanenergy.com. Second one is down for Fueling. 40% free throw shooter on the season as a team. Dunkerton at 71.5%.
Now Brady Melby, number 2, is in for West Harrison. Shea-Evans sitting with the 2 fouls.
There is Shea-Evans working in the paint, left a little short, and a foul afterward there as Gillespie took a spill.
All right, going to pick up that foul.
I mentioned the history that Gillespie has made, past Ryan Brungard as the school's all-time leading scorer. Gardner, the other big name for Dunkerton in that sub-state win, got his 1,000th career point and 500th career assist. No better time than then to be able to get those 2 milestones. Here's a 3 from up top. That one is buried by Gardner on cue.
Yeah, good assist there by Gillespie. He wanted to try to take Shea-Evans one-on-one, got cut off and kicked it out to the open man.
Dunkerton missed their first 2 attempts, but knocks that one in to trim the lead down to 10. And a travel called against West Harrison will give it back to Dunkerton, who's been able to have a few productive possessions here in the waning moments of this first quarter.
Yeah, now Dunkerton, if they want to, they can take the final shot of the quarter.
Bringing it up is Gardner.
Well, they're really giving him a lot of room out there on the perimeter now. Wright's going to come out and challenge him a little bit.
Has 9 of the team's 11 points. Gives it up to Fueling, who hands it off to Gillespie behind the back dribble. Gives it back to Fueling. 4 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Gardner step back.
And he got fouled.
They'll get Rife for the foul. 0.5 remaining there when Gardner hoisted that shot.
Yeah, that's one defensively you just kind of have to just give it to him.
The senior off to a terrific start here in this ball game.
Guys got 2 left. 2 left.
Just having the wherewithal, the recognition of not panicking there as the clock was dwindling down. Be able to force the contact as he has hit 2 of 3, which his third is coming up here. Goes 2 for 3. Last second heave. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. West Harrison up 21-12 over Dunkerton to start here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
From college and postgraduate degrees to trade schools and apprenticeships, students and families have many options to explore after high school. And ISL Education Lending is here to help with free tools and resources to help compare options and costs, scholarships and programs to provide families with additional funding, and lower-cost loans to help pay when savings and scholarships aren't enough. To learn more about how ISL Education Lending can help, visit iowastudentloan.org.
The Iowa High School State Championships are presented by Iowa Farm Bureau, sole title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Iowa Farm Bureau supporting student athletes on the field and in the classrooms.
An 8-point lead for West Harrison after one quarter of play here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Hunter Phillips alongside Jeff Pearson. Delighted to have you with us here for day one here at State. And despite at one point being a 15-point lead for West Harrison, he draws a foul here to start this second quarter, Jeff. Dunkerton was able to end that first quarter on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, and they've started the second quarter. You can see they're trapping a little bit more against West Harrison in the half-court set.
So here is Mason King at the line for the Hawkeyes. Splashes down the first free throw.
Yeah, King headed to Morningside for baseball. Coach Evans says this is our leader. He's the one that really does things. I mean, you talk about the Evans kids and the numbers that they put up, but Mason King, the 5'10 senior, he's the one that's really the leader of this team.
Dishes the ball out well. Just over 4 assists per game, and that perfect floor general for the Hawkeyes. Gillespie racing in and gets the reverse layup to go.
Yeah, maybe that'll kind of get him going a little bit. He's had a tough time getting into a rhythm.
But then West Harrison responds with a triple of their own from Brady Melby. So the Hawkeyes have had the answers here thus far, up 26-15. We've played a minute here in the second quarter. Gillespie pulling up and hits it.
Yeah, Gillespie's now starting to feel it a little bit. A couple of good possessions for him.
Well, 11 of Dunkerton's 13 points there in that first quarter came from Casey Gardner, so trying to get others involved are the Raiders, and certainly 23 a big part of the equation. Evans turns around and gets the friendly roll on the flex you see on the end there from Sage Evans.
West Harrison shooting almost 60% from the field so far.
Gardner's able to weave in transition to get the lay-in. 13 points for the senior. 9-point lead for West Harrison. Corner three doesn't go there for King. Bringing it in transition are the Raiders. Open three, far side. Left a little short from Marquardt.
Was a good set that time by Dunkerton. Marquardt just sitting there in the corner calling for the ball.
More travel called against West Harrison as a team here in this first half.
Yeah, McIntosh just, the feet got ahead of the basketball a little bit.
So Jacob Snyder checking out for Dunkerton. Here is Gillespie, 4 points here in the second quarter. Tough fadeaway, doesn't fall.
Yeah, he tried to force that one a little bit.
And working in transition was Mason King with the Euro step. And we knew coming into this one, Jeff, that it was going to be a track meet between these two. They love to push the tempo. And it's because of the point guard play that both of these teams have that's been such a successful formula for them all season long.
Yeah, and they haven't backed down at all. Yeah, you're going to see a half-court set when the other teams get back defensively, but otherwise, yeah, these two teams are looking to run every opportunity they can.
King with 5 points, 2 assists. Now gave him 6 points. for West Harrison, who is up by 10.
Yeah, you talked about a couple of tough teams. They played good schedules in the non-conference. 2 losses between the 2 teams.
So we do have a foul there on the floor. So remember, fans, the Iowa High School Sports Network will announce at the end of the Class 4A title game the 2023 Basketball Championships MVP award winner, fueled by Iowa Beef. Like we talked about in our opening broadcast, Jeff, there is so much talent that's going to be on display here at Wells Fargo Arena. Obviously a bit early to be able to unveil that honor, but it will be cool once we have reached the final championship game later this week. What a no-look pass there from Gillespie, and firing the 3 is fueling and hits that one home, and it's a 7-point lead now here for West Harrison.
Yeah, so much attention paid to Gillespie, and he did the wise thing. Just got it shuffled off for an easy 3.
Yes, firing on the 3 is Melby. Back come the Raiders. Doesn't go for Marquardt. He is a really good 3-point shooter, having made 71 coming into the state tournament. He's had real good looks there along that far side, but just has not been able to cash them in.
Shea-Evans already with 8 rebounds in the game.
He's up short on the hook shot. And now it's Weepy that heads it in transition. Ewing's layup gets blocked.
Just everything is contested between these 2.
Been a fun start back and forth between the Hawkeyes and the Raiders here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
With their strength and versatility, there's almost no job John Deere compact utility tractors can't handle. With their powerful diesel engines and auto connect system, these tractors make your job easier. From mowing to hauling to snow removal, these machines do it all. And right now at Van Wall, you can get a John Deere 1023E for as little as $134 per month. Stop into your local Van Wall today or visit vanwall.com for more details.
TV advertising isn't just for big corporations. Get your business in the game. ICANN Advertising has helped thousands of businesses advertise on highly viewed, powerfully branded networks like ESPN and HGTV. Call us frugal, but we eliminate waste and focus on areas that are most important to you. This keeps your cost low. Be a part of huge events like NCAA March Madness, NBA playoffs, or Monday Night Football. Give us a call to learn how we can help your business too.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
29-22, West Harrison leading Dunkerton here as we're across the halfway point of our second quarter. A blazing start here to this one. West Harrison led after the opening quarter against Dunkerton 21-13, but Dunkerton with the 1-point edge. They come away with the steal. And there's the layup there on the other side for Marquardt.
Yeah, Todd Kuntz comes out of the timeout with a half-court trap. Leads to a turnover and an easy bucket.
5 turnovers here in the half for West Harrison. Evans trying to get a little crafty behind the back dribble. Back it out. And there's another errant pass. Raiders all over it. Oh, but phenomenal transition D by Mason King to be able to rip the ball away from behind and keep it in play.
You got to have your head on a swivel if you're playing in this game.
So now the Hawkeyes reset with Mason King. Koleson Evans leads the way with 11 points, but picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. But the Hawkeyes have hung tough. So trip to the line there. And how about these last two steals for Dunkerton?
Yeah, they just half-court trap, very well timed, coming up with the trap, and then stepping into the passing lane is Marquardt. Then look at the hustle that time by King.
First free throw doesn't fall in for West Harrison's Brady Melby.
Colson Evans back in with the 2 fouls. Head coach Rowdy Evans being able to milk some time and keep a lead with one of his big hitters picking up 2 fouls in that first quarter.
Just goes to show the depth. Really a strong piece for West Harrison here this season, and certainly have had to use it here in this first half. Gillespie with the catch, gives it up to the corner, another 3-ball. It's shy by Fueling, made one earlier here in the second.
A good decision though by Gillespie. He is sensing the double team immediately.
Gillespie averages about 3 assists per game as that one rattles in and out. And now here is Gillespie in transition, but King, guess who? Right there to just knock it right out of his grip.
Yeah, that was an easy 2 for Gillespie. Kind of see him leak out a little bit, and good strip that time by King.
That is why head coach Rowdy Evans says he is just our go-to guy on both ends, but a nice out-of-bounds play there executed as Gillespie banks it off the window and in. 6 points for Gillespie, all have come here in the second quarter. The lead is down to 4 for West Harrison. They led by as many as 15 points. With about a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter, but Dunkerton has battled back. Contested there at the glass, but a foul down low. So now time for a message from Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, it's our job to keep you safe. So we encourage you to install a carbon monoxide detector on every level of your home. If your detector goes off, leave your home right away and give us a call.
So at the line for West Harrison is Walker Reif. He hits both of his. Really had a strong first quarter. Now has 7 points here. Excuse me, 5 points here on the afternoon as that 3 doesn't go from Marquardt. 0 for 3 from long range. King quickly attacking. Skip pass and the finish there for Reif.
Yeah, West Harrison really didn't have numbers, but they made something happen out of that 3-on-3 situation. You see Sage Evans, another rebound. He's just a rebounding machine. Nice pass.
But just couldn't quite get the finish there was Reif, looking for yet another bucket here as we have 1 minute to go in the first half. Exciting start here to this Class 1A quarterfinal. Too strong there for Fueling.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't go to the gym today, but I feel like I've got my cardio in just watching these two go up and down.
I was about to say, getting worn out just watching these teams just go after it every single possession. Evans floats it in. Oh, and what a turnaround shot that time from Koleson Evans. So Evans to Evans, we've seen that pairing work on a few baskets here to start. But they are just so tough down low, and Dunkerton look to close out the first half with a bucket before heading into the locker room. Gardner drew a foul deep late the last time. Lets it fly from downtown. There's a half-court heave that doesn't go for Sage Evans. And it will be West Harrison with the advantage after one half of basketball here in Des Moines. Leading by 10 over Dunkerton on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
At Golden Rule Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, our golden opportunity is back. The free furnace promotion is back just in time for tax return season, and this time it's even better. The free furnace promotion on any complete system replacement now includes no payments for 1 year and other 0% options. Free furnace, no payments, that's the Golden Rule.
We obey the rules to live by. Golden Rule, plumbing, heating, and cooling.
Congratulations, you made it to the well.
Your dedication and talent have brought you this far.
Last year, I helped lead my team to a state title. Keep up the hard work. Maybe I'll see you on my course someday. Pass it on to you, Steve.
In the spirit of perseverance and determination, from all of us at Suka Manufacturing, congratulations on a successful season.
Did you remember to click or call? Oh dear, they should have called 811.
Click online before you dig. Visit iowaonecall.com. Click or call. Either way, it's the law.
I'm good.
You are watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association's state championships exclusively on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
And welcome back to the half. Rick Silvestrini, and joined now by Jared Chiswick, Assistant Director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. And also, when he's not working on football, he's the man in charge of swimming. And we got done with the swimming championships last month in Iowa City. Jared, tell us how all that turned out.
We had a great state swim meet in Iowa City, like I said, February 10th and 11th. This was our second year of a prelim final format. We had a record number of schools participate in the state swim meet this year. 40 of our 48 schools had at least one qualifier in the event. Waukee three-peated. A lot of depth by Coach Dan Briggs' team. Third consecutive state championship. A lot of depth, though. Just not, like I said, take a look at the top 5 or 6 kids in each of those events. The state is how small our participation numbers are in that sport. We are truly blessed with some of the very talented kids in our state in that sport.
Do you see the sport growing at all in terms of numbers, or has it been pretty steady the last few years?
It's been pretty steady. Like I said, we'll see an Olympic bump here come 2024.
Yeah, you talked about that before.
And so we'll get that bump here in a couple years. Like I said, we know there's some newer facilities being built. Like I said, with Waukee winning that championship, they're going to open their new facility here in the fall. We're hearing some of our sharing agreement program, our shared programs potentially could split due to interest, which is always great to hear. Because like I said, right now we only have 48 programs that swim. And if we can get above that number of 50, that'd be great.
Terrific. Well, I know you got a little time off here after basketball, and then we'll be heading into football in the fall. I hate to talk about it this soon, but, it never stops, does it?
Football never stops. Like I said, we're in the middle of that redistricting cycle right now. We're holding on. A couple schools need to finalize their enrollment numbers from the Department of Ed. Once we get those numbers, we'll have preliminary classifications. We'll do districts, then we'll start the scheduling process. But sometime between doing scheduling and all that work, we still have to worry about track and field.
That's right.
Like I said, first competition starts today on Monday the 6th. So today feels like it's a track day outside, but later this week it might not so be so much.
And we'll see you at track end of May.
The end of May will be at Drake Stadium.
Absolutely. Well, Jared, thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.
That's Jared Chiswick. We'll take a break and come back with your second half after this on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Professional Educators of Iowa, founded by teachers for teachers in 1981.
What I like is that it is former administrators, teachers. They are people that are invested into, hey, let's make something great better.
PEI, the Professional Association for Iowa's Independent Educators.
The best thing about Professional Educators of Iowa is it's right in our backyard. It feels like home.
Now more than ever, educators are choosing PEI.
Clean car is a happy car. Spot-free car wash.
For the best car wash, head to Spot Free Car Wash.
With 4 convenient locations in the Des Moines area, check out spotfreecarwash.com for the one nearest you. Featuring touch-free automatic and deluxe self-service bays. Remember,
A clean car is a happy car. Spot Free Car Wash.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Toys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
It's a 10-point lead for West Harrison on top of Dunkerton here at halftime. Plant more predictably with Pivot Bio Proven 40. Predictable, productive, weatherproof. Turn to a better nitrogen. Turn to Pivot Bio Proven 40. Learn more at pivotbio.com, and they've got the highlights for us there from the first half.
Yeah, and as we kind of take a look at the way this first half is going, it looks like that Dunkerton used a trap there in the second quarter to kind of get themselves going a little bit. So, they feel like they've got things going. West Harrison, they've shot the ball very well in the first half, but a little bit of foul trouble that we may see how if that comes to fruition here in this second half. We take a look at the first half highlights, and Casey Gardner, he has done very well so far for Dunkerton. That's a nice feed out from Gillespie to Gardner. And then Gardner finding an opening, that seam right down there in the middle of the lane. But on the other end, that guy right there, Shea-Evans, he has been big in the first half. You can see the nice feed from Shea-Evans to Koleson cutting to the basket. And then good hands there by the 6'6" senior Koleson-Evans. Does have a couple of fouls there in the first half. We'll see how that plays out.
Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Sukup first half stats. Farm quality products to offer more quality time with your family. You see the Hawkeyes shooting an even 50% from the floor to the Raiders 37. Both teams kind of try to figure their way there in three-point shooting, but the rebounding advantage, Jeff, that's where the Hawkeyes really were able to set the tone.
Yeah, and out of those 22, 4 on the offensive side, that's given them some second chance opportunities. Actually, when you look at the Hawkeyes, their first half shooting, they were in the 60% range through much of the first half, so that kind of cools down to 50%.
Yep, it'll be fun to see how both teams make their adjustments as they go into the second half. But it's West Harrison up by 10 here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
TV advertising isn't just for big corporations. Get your business in the game. ICANN Advertising has helped thousands of businesses advertise on highly viewed, powerfully branded networks like ESPN and HGTV. Call us frugal, but we eliminate waste and focus on areas that are most important to you. This keeps your cost low. Be a part of huge events like NCAA March Madness, NBA playoffs, or Monday Night Football. Give us a call to learn how we can help your business too.
Pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni.
Here's your pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni. Sorry, when you say pepperoni, 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 are you saying the ingredients or the name of the pizza? Yes. There's 3 kinds of pepperoni. So he got the pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza, and they're making more of the pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza, and that does come with the 3 kinds of pepperoni, which is why they call it the pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza. But do I want the pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza? I do want a pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza. Can I get
the pepperoni, pepperoni, pepperoni pizza with deli-style traditional crispy cupping pepperoni? It's the perfect amount of a lot of pepperoni. Order from the Casey's app for limited time only.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over. Hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Almost ready to get back underway here at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines. The Boys State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Hunter Phillips and Jeff Pearson, delighted to have you with us here on this Monday afternoon. And so, Jeff, you look at the lead where it is right now, 10 points for West Harrison. Dunkerton will have the ball to start the second half. What do you think the message was for both teams there at half?
Well, I think that for Dunkerton, just continue to see how this pressure defense works for them in the second half. It worked pretty well in the second quarter. And then also, keep West Harrison off the offensive glass. Get that guy going a little bit more. He's had a tough first half, but that's a good start of the second half for Gillespie. And I think for West Harrison, just keep doing what you're doing. Make sure that Koleson-Evans doesn't pick up that third foul early in this third quarter.
There was Gillespie getting his hands on it there briefly. Now coming in is McIntosh. No. Now Gardner, he had 11 points in the first quarter. Catch and shoot. There for Marquardt. Off the mark.
Well, you see just how Shea-Evans, he rebounds outside of his zone. A lot of guys will rebound the balls that come to them, but he goes and gets balls that are not near him.
Already with 11 rebounds today and averaging just over 16 boards per game. Doing the physical work to help get his team extra possessions. Is a real close play here right in front of us as Gillespie thought it was last off of West Harrison.
Yeah, you can see Gillespie very active. And Dunkerton into a zone.
They go with Gillespie having that length there in the bottom part of it. Tapped away from behind. That was nicely played there by Jaden Downs. 14 seconds on the shot clock here for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Dunkerton very active defensively in this start this third quarter.
King with a head fake, puts up a three and knocks it down.
Well, that's what you want your leader to do, get you a bucket when you need it the most. That's what he did.
Well, and all the hustle plays we also saw from him, and there's a swat. Hawkeyes race the other way. First doesn't go, but then the putback is in.
I didn't see Koleson-Evans trailing that play at all. He just came out of nowhere for that offensive rebound and stick back.
And now here's Evans once again. Lost his dribble, but still is able to slam it home.
Dunkerton needs a timeout. Todd Coombs just wants to get a stoppage in play. See Koleson-Evans. Fans here that made their way from the West Harrison area getting excited about it. You can see how Shea-Evans gets it set up. Gets that first one set up. Koleson-Evans there with a tip. And then a little burst of speed. Lost the handle, but still collected. That's pretty neat when you can lose the handle on it, still collect yourself and get a dunk. Tells you the athleticism of that senior, Koleson-Evans. He's got a lot of small colleges that are going after him. He has told his head coach, Rowdy Evans, that he'll make his college decision, but he wants to wait until after the tournament is over. Then he'll talk about where he's going to go. But he's got a lot of skills that he can bring to the college level.
Well, he has certainly put them on full display. He has 13 points. 4 of the points of this now 7-0 run by West Harrison.
And if you're Dunkerton, you're very active in the first couple of, first minute or so of this third quarter. Just make sure that you still keep that intensity going. There's a lot of basketball to play.
Here is Gillespie. Lobbing it into the post. Marquardt with the spin. Shea-Evans with the denial. Stays with the Raiders. Gillespie bounces it over to Weepy. Gillespie 3 and knocks it down.
Boy, good shot that time by the senior. Just very calm, found his spot, waited for everything to kind of come to him.
First attempt from long range for Gillespie, and he buries it. But how about Mason King, just quick to be able to pounce there after the make from the Raiders. 14-point lead. Gillespie, though, feeling it here to start the second half.
That's a good sign for Dunkerton. Because if he can hit shots from out there, then you got to go out and guard him a little closer. And that makes him just totally explosive. Good steal that time by the Raiders.
Bringing it up is Casey Gardner. Gillespie driving in and was fouled.
Yeah, and again, the threes that he hit previous to that led to him being able to drive the lane and draw the foul.
So 11-point lead for West Harrison, but the Raiders making some plays here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Kids eat free at all Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee locations. Get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, and chicken fingers, while adults can enjoy burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee stores and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day. Only at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee.
Imagine life after high school. Start at DMAC. Your college experience is waiting. Start here and transfer anywhere. Start your next. DMAC. Life's calling.
45-34. West Harrison on top of Dunkerton as we have just under 5 minutes to play in our third quarter. The second of 4 quarterfinal games in Class 1A. Starting things off here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. Gillespie with a nice give. Three doesn't quite get there. Dalton Weepy, who can certainly knock down those kind of shots, had a good look, but doesn't go.
Yeah, this guy here has hit a couple of big shots in this quarter. Mason King for West Harrison. So he's just kind of keeping control of the pace.
Evans. That doesn't go, but the other Evans right there to clean it up. And how about Koleson Evans rising up to just drop that one in?
Well, Koleson Evans is going to get credit for the bucket, but Shea-Evans is the one that led to it, keeping it alive with that first offensive rebound.
8 offensive rebounds by West Harrison today.
And there he is again.
Nearly slammed it in with the foul. Boy, when he goes into the lane, Jeff, he goes in with authority.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's not leaving any room for doubt. And again, he's at the free throw line because Shea-Evans with another out-of-zone offensive rebound.
Well, coming up later, we will announce our hardest working player presented by Lane Family Wealth Management.
Hard work on the basketball court pays off, and it's no different when it comes to planning your financial future. Contact an advisor at Lane Family Wealth Management for a free consultation today, or go online to www.lanefamilywm.com.
And there are a number of players on both sides that certainly garner the hardest working player, but really Koleson Evans, now he has been able to elevate here in this third quarter, has helped The Hawkeyes pull away to a 49-34 lead. Gillespie, though, he's been the catalyst here in this third quarter.
Yeah, West Harrison's got a lot of focus on him.
Gillespie along too. No. And number 14, surprise, surprise, another rebound. King with a bullet pass up ahead, and the reverse layup goes in for Mason McIntosh.
Well, West Harrison can get that outlet pass out there and get that running game going. They're awfully tough.
Who is going to dictate their style and their pace better? Certainly has been West Harrison thus far. A mid-range shot there for Casey Gardner, who's been held in check really ever since that strong first quarter.
Yeah, he certainly has. For Dunkerton, nice to see him back in the scoring column.
Rebound batted in the hands of Gardner, who pushes the tempo here.
And Gillespie out in the open floor is just tough to stop. The only way to stop him is to foul him.
Just the second team foul on West Harrison here in the second half. Dunkerton also only with 2 fouls. High-flying basketball. Gillespie nearly lost it. Keeps it alive. Gardner from straight away. Nice find over the Fueling. Hit a 3 earlier. Comes up empty, but it's going to go to West Harrison, even though momentarily. Going to stay with Dunkerton, and so even the referees sometimes have a my bad.
I think he just, the official, I think, had the right call. He just pointed the wrong way there momentarily, but he had a couple of other officials that were coming in to potentially overrule it.
Walker Rife with a nice drive and finish. Rife with 11 points. Feel like it's a quiet 11 points.
Yes.
He has just been effective.
It sure is. And there's Marquardt, just a dead eye. He hit 11 threes in one of their games earlier this year. They need something to kind of open things up a little bit, this Dunkerton.
That's his first 5 threes, but it's that one. He knew he wasn't going to be denied. Koleson Evans trying to use glass. Sage Evans. First putback doesn't go, but works enough to get a foul. And boy, he is just so brutal down there in the low post to try to get a handle on.
This is a 6'2" guy, and he leads the entire state in offensive rebounding. And he's 3rd overall in the state in rebounding. Just rebounding as a statistic. They need to throw in the offensive side. He's going to play football at Morningside. You're probably sitting there saying, no kidding.
Boy, just fantastic stuff we have seen from Evans. They're on the offensive glass to create those second and third chance opportunities, as ball will remain with Dunkerton here with just a shade over 90 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Boy, and he's just got the look, too, of a football player and a guy who just brings his hard hat out here on the floor, even on the football field, each and every day.
I mean, he's been a 2-time All-State football pick, All-State basketball from a year ago. Yep, traveling.
Sliding the back pivot foot there was Mason King. 8th turnover on West Harrison today. But they lead 55-39 and have outscored Dunkerton 19-13 here in this third quarter. And ripping down the board once again is Sage Evans, who flips it ahead to King. Racing in. Koleson Evans doesn't get it. And there was a little contact there as Sage Evans was going for yet another offensive rebound and a foul on Dunkerton.
It's going to send Evans back. Let's see, this is going to, before the tip try.
So West Harrison has out-rebounded Dunkerton 37-13 today. 13 offensive rebounds for the Hawkeyes. Evans getting nice position and draws yet another contact foul in the low post.
Yeah, when he gets it that deep, you're either going to foul him or you're going to give up 2. He's just too strong. And he's also got some agility down there.
7 points for Evans on the day. He is still perfect at the line and as a team. West Harrison is 11 for 13. It's 8 points to pair with 19 rebounds on the afternoon for Sage Evans. 3 put up.
Wow.
And drilled by Gardner. Difficult shot, but he got it to go.
Well, they need that and a whole bunch more. It's just been such an impressive outing here by West Harrison. You can tell the experience from last year at the state tournament. You know, they had that really just, I mean, no other way to say it. They just had a bad first quarter against Remsen St. Mary's, but then the other 3 quarters, they played them pretty even. And they went through this year just convinced that this is going to be their destination. They were going to do more than just play one state tournament game. There's the Marquardt starting to heat up a little bit.
But through 3 quarters of basketball, it has been West Harrison in control, up 59 to 45 as we go into our 4th and final quarter here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Here at Des Moines Public Schools Virtual Campus, we provide an alternative school setting for students, where we take the traditional model of fitting life around school and we flip it and we fit your school around your life situations. DMPS Virtual Campus High School, providing accredited online high school opportunities for all Iowa students, schools, and partners to put a diploma in every student's hand.
Jeff here with SnurtStopper. Has your garage turned into a monstrous mess? Stop it with SnurtStopper Premium Door Seal. Our Kevlar reinforced seals can rid you of critters of all types, cut your heating and cooling costs, and stop dirt, snow, and leaves right in their tracks. SnurtStopper is made in the USA and comes with a 25-year warranty. Visit SnurtStopper.com and start saving today. Snurt happens. Stop it.
From college and postgraduate degrees to trade schools and apprenticeships, students and families have many options to explore after high school. And ISL Education Lending is here to help with free tools and resources to help compare options and costs, scholarships and programs to provide families with additional funding, and lower-cost loans to help pay when savings and scholarships aren't enough. To learn more about how ISL Education Lending can help, visit iowastudentloan.org.
The Iowa High School State Championships are presented by Iowa Farm Bureau, sole title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Iowa Farm Bureau supporting student athletes on the field and in the classrooms.
Three quarters down, 1 to go in this Class 1A quarterfinal. West Harrison has led the entire way. Have a sizable advantage going into the 4th quarter. Hunter Phillips and Jeff Pearson with you on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. And West Harrison has really had a lot of success, points in the paint, rebounding. That's just been their bread and butter this season, and it's helped them here thus far as Dunkerton is trying to fight their way back in this one.
Yeah, Dunkerton, if they're going to get back in this, they're going to have to do it defensively. They scored 19 points in that 3rd quarter, and they were still outscored.
Walker Wright picks up the dribble. Sage Evans had a big afternoon. McIntosh flips it up and in.
Oh, that's just pretty. Kid has really stepped up his game offensively from a year ago. He's always been a good defender. Now he's adding the offensive skills to his game.
McIntosh averaging 8.5 points per game, and he's got 8 today.
You can see just a one-on-one move. And nice floater there on that baseline.
Gardner. 3 doesn't fall. And King, between a pair of Raiders, squeezes down the rebound.
So good spacing that time by West Harrison. Traveling the call.
That was Rife that was working his way there in the lane. Rife with 11 points. He is one of 3 West Harrison Hawkeyes in double figures. Koleson Evans with a double-double. 19 points, 10 rebounds, and Mason King also with 13 points.
It looks like Gillespie's fouled before the shot.
That goes against McIntosh. That was the 4th team foul on West Harrison here in the half. How about Evans just getting right in front of Gillespie to deny the low post feed?
Yeah, that was forced in. Gillespie was not open. Evans had him fronted and tried to lob over it, but that was just forced in a little bit too much.
Walker Rife turning the corner up and under. And was fouled on the way up. So he will be at the line to shoot 2. Here with 6:13 remaining here in this one.
Yeah, Walker Rife, senior. Coach Rowdy Evans, you see him there on the sideline. Says the kid's just a pest. That's a great thing about basketball. Somebody calls you a pest, that's a compliment.
That's right.
Tell you what, these 2 teams, you know, that guy right there, they both knew they were going to be pretty good. They really scheduled tough this year. Only loss for West Harrison was to Western Christian, who's in this 2A field. Dunkerton lost to North Lynn. You'll see them later today in the 1A field.
Now Dunkerton pressing on West Harrison, who gets it across the timeline. Sage Evans for 3 and hits it.
Well, when that starts happening, and you know things are going your way.
Just his 9th made 3 of the season, and he joins 3 other teammates in double figures. He's got 11 points, 19 rebounds. Floater doesn't go, and Jalen scoops in the rebound. And up ahead, it's Gillespie. Count it.
Yeah, Evans trying to disrupt him and gave him a little shot in the back. That didn't bother the shot at all for Gillespie. Running the floor very well. Good feed that time for Gardner.
16 points for Gillespie. It's Gardner that leads the way in scoring for Dunkerton with 22 points.
So Gillespie's had to work hard for all of those 2. That's the only one that even came somewhat easy to him.
That's been the game plan for West Harrison.
And a 10-second call. Second 10-second violation of the day.
Yeah, we had one back in our first 1A game of the day. So just over 5 minutes remaining here in this one. Again, the winner will face Grandview Christian in what is a loaded 1A field. Later on in the week in the semifinals. Gillespie working around.
Wow, what a nice move.
Boy, with his back to the basket and then just with a little shimmy there and got it up and in. Trying to will the Raiders back in this one. West Harrison trying to hang on, up by 13. That one doesn't go for Rife. Koleson Evans picks it up and puts it back in.
Yeah, that's just being 6'6", and nobody else on the floor is 6'6".
So a foul on West Harrison will take us to our final timeout. 4.5 to play here in this one. It's the Hawkeyes up on the Raiders. 15 here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Toys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
You are watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association's state championships exclusively on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
Rowdy Evans and his West Harrison Hawkeyes just 4.5 minutes away from reaching the semifinals. And this was the mission that this team sought after, was to not be one and done, but Dunkerton, they're going to not want to go down without a fight, as Gardner's really had an excellent day. Lead is 12 for the Hawkeyes. Shea-Evans escapes the double team. Trapped in the corner is King. Evans goes to Koleson. Evans, the mid-range shot. Boy, that is just tough there for Dunkerton. You do what you can defensively, but still allow a bucket there as Gardner's three doesn't go. And Koleson Evans brings down his 12th rebound of the day. McIntosh ahead, lays it in.
A lot of gambling defensively by Dunkerton, and that's going to lead to some runouts potentially for West Harrison, just like that.
So take a look at that last play. There is Evans threw it ahead, and McIntosh wide open.
Or Shea-Evans just got such a good basketball head on his shoulders. I mean, we talked about his rebounding. He's also the school's career leader in assists, steals. I mean, just so many different things.
And so a reminder, fans, that free streaming of the Iowa High School State Basketball Championships on IHSSN.com is powered by Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To learn more, visit MidAmericanEnergy.com. So Gardner called for the foul on McIntosh, who was at the line here. Both teams are in the bonus. First one is in for McIntosh, who has 11. All 5 starters in double figures for the Hawkeyes.
Rebound number 20, by the way, for Shea-Evans.
Might have to start looking at the record book for single game rebounds. Waiting for the flyby. It's McIntosh, who's really been solid on both ends here in the second half.
Well, I've looked at it previously, and it's kind of like that career shot block record that we talked about in game 1. It's not going to be touched.
Not going to be touched. Just goes to show how impressive of a record that is. But just today, I mean, going back to rebounding, 42-15. West Harrison has out-rebounded Dunkerton. Incredible work that they have done on the glass with Evans, the pair of Evans, combining for 43 rebounds. Or 33 rebounds, rather. All have been so important. Gardner just lost his footing there.
Yeah, it's just been West Harrison just with an excellent game. And now Dunkerton doing a lot of gambling defensively, and it's not bothering West Harrison at all.
Gillespie trying to work it in. Slamming the floor in frustration as comes up empty, 80-59. What an athletic catch and dunk. Koleson Evans with the poster.
Where'd that come from?
Well, you could tell that this Hawkeyes team is fired up to be back here in Des Moines, making a statement here as we have less than 2 to play. King doesn't get that one to go. That's been the story all day. The offensive rebounds leading to second chance points. So Koleson Evans, Jeff, what more can be said about the senior and what he's been able to do?
Wow, yeah, that's just, I mean, it's just impressive. And I mean, he's just been so active all day long.
Remember, the Iowa High School Sports Network will announce at the end of the Class 4A title game the 2023 Basketball Championships MVP Award winner, fueled by Iowa Beef.
Yeah, the Evans kids have been very impressive today for West Harrison. As you said, Hunter, this West Harrison team that they were just happy to be here last year, and it showed in that first quarter. But happy to be here was not good enough for him this year.
Came into Iowa's capital city with a purpose. 27 points, 14 rebounds for Koleson Evans. And then Sage Evans, 11 points, 19 rebounds. They still have him for.
Oh, I hope this goes in. I hope this goes in. Oh!
Shot just doesn't quite go there for Oliver Betkeather. Tremendous story. Member of the starting 5, but then diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he's been able to battle back. Now it's time for a message from Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, it's our job to keep you safe. So we encourage you to install a carbon monoxide detector on every level of your home. If your detector goes off, leave your home right away and give us a call.
See if they set up Betkeather 34 for another shot.
Working that one around and in are the Raiders.
Both teams are going to clear their bench at the next whistle, and they're going to get a substitution timeout.
Well, you see the embrace from Coach Evans to his guys who put it all out there today. Winning that young man right there, Sage Evans and Koleson Evans.
I'll tell you what, for Dunkerton, though, a lot to be proud of. Went undefeated in their conference.
And making their first trip since 2014, so a team that, yeah, going back to the seniors, so vital this year, but we're going to be building off of this experience. But what a tremendous 2022 through 23 campaign Coach Vince's Raiders had this year. Tough shot along the baseline. Doesn't go there for Jacob Berry. Foul stop play here with 30 seconds remaining, which will, now we can look ahead a little bit here, Jeff, to a fun semifinal game between West Harrison and Grandview Christian.
Yeah, I know we're not on the call for that one, but I'm going to be here to watch it. That's going to be a fun game to watch between those two.
It's going to be must-see TV for sure. Owen Birdsall checking out for West Harrison. (85-61). Work it into the low post. Michaels throws one up, and he will get in the scorer's book. But for West Harrison, they brought their hard hat here to Wells Fargo Arena, and they power pass Dunkerton 85-63 to move on to the Class 1A semifinals, where they will meet the top seed Grandview Christian.
Boy, what an impressive performance it was by West Harrison. They just never looked back. They took the lead, scored the first bucket of the game, never trailed, and adjusted to everything that Dunkerton could have possibly thrown at them.
Strong effort for the Hawkeyes here today. We'll take a break and wrap up our coverage here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.
When it comes to my child and the sports they love, I want them to be ready for their moment. So to fuel their bodies and their potential, I choose an authentic source of protein that has the nutrients they need to succeed and a taste they already love, with one simple ingredient: beef.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Did you remember to click or call? Oh dear, they should have called 811.
Click online before you dig. Visit iowaonecall.com. Click or call. Either way, it's the law.
I'm good.
So now let's go ahead and name our hardest working player, brought to you by Lane Family Wealth Management. As you see, Dunkerton holding up the trophy there, capping off a great season, but it was West Harrison that was able to power past the Raiders here this afternoon. And so, hardest working player of the game, Jeff, really no question who got that honor.
Yeah, Shea-Evans, that's his game, hard working. And he ended up with 20 rebounds today. Only 6, I'd say only 6 on the offensive glass. But he just does everything. He's blocked shots. There he hits a 3 at the top of the key. Also handed out assists. In the steal category as well, our Lane Family Wealth Management hardest working player, the senior, Shea-Evans, no doubt about that one today.
Yeah, certainly a lot of fun to watch him here, just do a little bit of everything, but especially there on the glass. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our highlights here to close things off here, brought to you by Pivot Bio. Plant more predictably. We'll get to that read here in a minute, but how about just the high-flying start here from the Hawkeyes, never looking back.
Yeah, it got off to a good start. Mason King was so key there early on. You can see him hitting the 3 there. They got the transition game going. There's the tip from Koleson Evans. And then Colson Evans lost the handle on it, but collected enough for one of his 2 dunks.
Plant more predictably with Pivot Bio Proven 40. Predictable, productive, weatherproof. Turn to a better nitrogen. Turn to Pivot Bio Proven 40. Learn more at pivotbio.com. And now our final stats, presented by Sukup Farm Quality Products to offer more quality time with your family. Obviously, the rebounding, big edge for the Hawkeyes, second chance points, and then shooting 55% from the floor.
Yeah, when you have a couple of players for West Harrison that have as many or more rebounds than Dunkerton did as a team, and then the shooting percentages for West Harrison at 55%, that was they shot the ball very well in the first quarter, very well in the second half, and you can see the second chance points for West Harrison, a 21-5 advantage, and that really made the difference today.
Again, they will face the top seed Grandview Christian in the semifinals. Our game coming up next here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. It's going to be a good one. The 2-seed Northwind, the defending state champs, against Madrid. First trip here to state, the 7th seed. We're just getting rolling here at state.
Yeah, so far these two, some impressive talent that we've seen so far on the floor, and we still got more basketball to go here in this Class 1A field.
So you see that's what's coming up next here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network. But it is West Harrison that defeats Dunkerton here in the quarterfinals, 87-61. So West Harrison goes to 24-1 on the year and going past the quarterfinal round, which, again, they only got to the quarterfinals last year, but on a mission this season, while Dunkerton finishes off the season at 24-2. So on behalf of our entire crew here in Des Moines, alongside Jeff Pearson, I'm Hunter Phillips. Thank you for watching our coverage here on the Hy-Vee Championship Network.